Hello and welcome, I'm Arumba. Thank you for joining me. Let's play some more of our city of Manetheren. The city of raised streets. Now, lots of people up there. It's getting busy. Just wait till we have high density residential. And lots of people living up there. They're going to be living in the ceiling. They're going to have legs of steel. They're going to need bionic legs by the end of it. As much as they're walking. Yeah, look at that. You can see people walking across. I think they're getting to the industrial zones. These ones are kind of not very busy. Of course, there's like nothing built over here right now. No demand for industrial right now. Let's just wait until the city kind of catches up with the some of the buildings and the zoning. I think I will kind of force some of these guys to start relocating. We're going to de-zone their land. Not all at once, but some. Let's get them to move in over here. So the idea is that they're going to park their car in front of their house and then never ever use it again. Going to neighborhood shop. You went there. Are you in the car? Visiting the pharmacy. So they're visiting the pharmacy, but their vehicles are at home, so that's good. They're walking. As expected. Okay, we're getting some industry over here. Should be enough of a barrier, I think, to keep the pollution at bay. What's it going to take again to get high density? 6,500 people. Okay. Huge demand for residential. Well, I think the best way to solve that problem is to just build more. Alright, and regular roads. Yes, excellent. The power grid's already connected. Cool. That's nice to not have to worry about that. Pipes extend all the way over here, so there's nothing to worry about there. We will have to do the pathing, though. Since you can't really... I guess you could make your grid bigger. You know, like how many of these you build at one time. And I might need to do that, depending on how successful this actually is. They're not very expensive. It's only 66 bucks to build. Looks pretty good. I know I'll miss some and you'll see them and you'll get mad at me. That's just probably gonna happen. You'll just have to accept that I'm not perfect. As hard as I try, I'll never be perfect in your eyes. I'd say like upgrading it to be a double size right now would be pretty good, just so that I don't have to place quite so much. I do like having like the smaller blocks. See, why is it sometimes it's just like, oh, you want me to destroy everything? Okay, I can do that. Yeah, the answer is no. I don't want you to destroy everything. See, like, why did you just do that? Okay, going that way, going that way. Everything's straight that way. I think we're good. Alright, so how about we just try out, like, residential? Well, you know, pattern's probably still good. But we certainly... Okay, we need more residential than we need commercial. So... we'll go like these ones as residential. And the bottom ones as commercial. That should be like 75% residential, 25% commercial. Because there's 1, 2, 3, 4. So I'm doing 3 out of every 4. Alright, move in, people. There's your demand. Now, one question is, like, how are we going to fit in the bigger structures? Where are we going to put in parks, right? Because parks are not 4x4. They're too big for this to work. I don't think there are any that are 4x4. They're all much bigger than that. And I think the answer would be that on those regions, we just have to break the connection and fit them in somehow. We need more budgeted water. Okay, population's growing. These houses are getting built up pretty darn quick. Can you imagine living in a city that just had elevated walkways on every street? They might even be excessive. You know, I might be able to get away with making the blocks longer and having fewer crosses. I mean, obviously I think need 1 per block going this way, but I don't think we need 2 per section. Like, what if we just did a longer block with 1 right in the middle? I would have an endpoint here. Of course, what I did when I was making this is I wanted to have each house be directly adjacent to an on-ramp. Or an up-ramp, I guess you could call it. So I guess this is fine. No reason to change it yet. Drugstore. Increase the value of the land to allow the building to be upgraded. Parks, plazas, and goods services. Well, I could always, like, see if there's just a tool that you could download from the workshop that makes a 4x4 park. How cool would that be to have little 4x4 parks? I've actually... I find this funny, so hopefully it is funny, but... I had this like, weird thought while I was, like, falling asleep or waking up. I don't remember when it was, but... of a park that you could make in the game that would be just, like, 4x4. Right? And it would be like one of those big, huge bouncy houses. You know, the big bouncy plastic castle things. And it would just say on it in text that's large enough to read, like, the everyman's bouncy house. And, like, that would be the only park you build in the entire city. It's just these big bouncy houses. And make everyone use them. I would find that to be quite funny. Anyway. Cemetery, I guess we'll put you here. As far as services go, is that going to reach far enough, though? According to this, it's got good range. Well, maybe not. We're running into power issues again. Be nice if we actually had access to some... Well, you know what? I could buy tiles. Right, so we're going to want to buy... at least the one heading that way. This is the one, we need to get 2 tiles over to have access to this hydroelectric thing. We don't get hydroelectric, though, until 8,500 people, so it's going to be quite a while until we can actually do that. But I think I'd like to head in that direction, in general. Yeah, we can buy it. Why don't we just buy them both now? And that way I don't have to think about it. So eventually we'll be able to build a huge hydro dam here. That'll be the power for all of our peoples. An abandoned building? A dead person still waiting for transport. 10 out of 10 hearses are in use. Alright. Well, traffic shouldn't really be an issue. We do have a lot of side streets, but the great thing about these is that, like, even at these points, there's no traffic lights. So if traffic is light, like it kind of is, then they can just zip right through. And I know people don't like the grid format, some people don't, but it is very efficient. Somebody had posted a comment a while back saying how, like, if you clock the average time it takes to get from one point to another in a grid city, it's much, much faster than in a big curvy city, because it does give you more direct route. So it's good. Little 5-way intersections, kind of working out for us all right. Huge demand for residential again. I need high density. Or we just need to keep on making more. Yep, I think probably between this video and the next, I'm going to go and I'm going to make this template bigger. It's still going to have to be like a half template, just so that it's repeatable. Because if you can only make one at a time, that's rather annoying. Although I guess if I just made it really big, then it wouldn't really matter. No, it should pretty much always be a half template. Because that way you can kind of hook it onto its existing stuff. Alright, let's run the water over a little bit further. Time to move in. Manetheren's growing pretty quick. Well, maybe not that fast, but... Are these houses? None of them are upgrading. That's probably part of the problem. And it's because of education, according to this. Got a lot of people eligible for high school, or for elementary. Yeah, I think I need to build another elementary school. Elementary school is not quite small enough. We'll have to destroy a couple of these little guys. As long as they're 4 tiles by at most 8, we can fit them in anywhere. This one's 4 by 6. So that'll work out pretty well. Let's see. Also looking at the level. Like, got some of you. That's a commercial building. It's mostly education that's holding back the houses from upgrading. Still, it's just 4 out of 4. We need access to the high density to really get a lot of people in. Population's growing pretty quick, but without high density. We buy another region. Nope. I bought in the wrong direction. Well, I think it might be time to start getting rid of some of these guys. We'll start off by just dezoning this area. Tell you what, just dezone all of that. Move elsewhere, people. That way I can find the services structures and move them directly. Yep, we have one elementary school here. Gonna relocate you down to probably like over here. Medical clinic, thank goodness, is 4 by 4, so let's put you right in the center of the grid for now. Like, say... Is it 4 by 4? Looks like it's 4 by 5 actually. No, it is 4 by 4. Alright. Alright. Roads. Tool. That thing. And see, that's where... this is what it does when you're not able to actually fit it in. So I'll just have to build that whole area manually. Okay, well that one's done. I think. I don't think I missed any. I wonder if this is like one of the most efficient ways you could actually have the highest density population on the entire city. Like on the map, like the most people. Because if you could truly get rid of all cars... Notice how there's lots of cars on the sides of the street, right? But there really aren't that many driving. Just a couple. That's a garbage truck. Doesn't count. Where are you going? Who are you? You are driving to work. Worker at a pharmacy. You work here. You live up there. Why are you driving? You should just get rid of the streets. No, they probably need roads. Got some industrial demand again. How's garbage? Landfill's almost full. We need access to the actual incinerator, which is coming up, but... I think I need 2 of these, actually. We'll go with 3 total. Eventually, I'd prefer to just have incinerators everywhere. Hey, we're a big town. Busy town. Excuse me. Alright, let's add in another couple of these guys. We'll just make this all industry. I do think eventually it would work even better if it just had high-density commercial, high-density residential, and then office buildings instead of these industrial regions. Because then we don't even have to deal with the trucks, you know? Alright, the high school is not going to fit with the walkway. It's 5 tiles. So, we're going to have to decide. I think it makes sense to put it in the center of the grid, like this, and then we'll just have to get rid of one of the crosswalks. I don't see any other way around it. Or I could just have a whole one that is kind of different. Why don't we just do this? We'll go put it there. We'll make a custom little walkway around it so that it doesn't lose its connection. Maybe if we go right to here. Alright, just like that. And then these ones will just have to be smaller. That way we can accommodate it. And actually, it's got 2 residentials there. Can we move you a little bit further? Ah, no, that's going to mess up the path. Right back where you were. Just spent lots of money moving that thing around. Oh well, that'll have to work. Very different, a little bit interesting. You can see where this is going, right? We're going to grid this whole region. Alright, I wish I had built the layout in a couple different ways so that I could actually like fill in some of the gaps. I don't think we need this outer one anymore. Okay, yeah, I'll quickly kind of build this up. I can do it pretty quick now. The longer the more times I've done it, the easier it's gotten. Alright, I think that is it. Alright, cool. I'm going to take a break here. I look forward to seeing you in the next video as our grid city of walkways continues to grow. Hopefully they stop driving cars. See lots of service trucks, not seeing too many vehicles. I think if I had the commercial buildings mixed, or yeah, whatever they're called, the office buildings mixed in, they'd have no reason to be on the street at all. They would just drive. Sorry, they would just walk to their job. Still need to increase land value. Yeah. Alright, well, I guess we'll have to do a few parks here and there. What if we try that, actually? I keep getting distracted, don't I? Small playground. Small playground's 5x5. We could do the same thing here, where, like, we put in a small playground kind of somewhere in here. 5x5. What an annoying size. It's a 5x5 and I've got 8x8 available. Nothing any smaller, I think. Nope. 5x5 is the way to go. Alright, well, I'm going to take a break here. I'll see you again in the next video. We'll figure it out soon. Thanks for watching, everyone. See you soon.